It's week 2 of the National. It's the Packers and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in off a loss in this. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the new-look Packers set to go to work, and at the helm here in 2023. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The numbers for Jones last week: 20 carries, 63 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Love now. Looking deep here for Dobbs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Fielded at the 33. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. When you look at this Packers defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off the routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into it and try and knock it loose.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49. The Falcons had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down, it's Jones. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league.
For 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a... Play fake. Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jones. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Option play. Here's Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Working from the gun, Ritter. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st down. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game. Love, they go play action now. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Had open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Love. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd down, mistakes. They've been a problem for him all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it.
Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed.
They'll start with the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, second and yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Ritter once again on the keeper. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you...
Touchdown! Drake London, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. He stiff arms him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 75 yards rushing.
That's the defense, and we saw the ladder there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Well, they run with Jones on 1st down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They run the draw here with Robinson. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Love. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd down and 4. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw now, here's Love. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They go back to the ground with Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Over the middle, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
1st down, Love to pass. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdown runs. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown run for Kenneth Walker. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Ritter from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Ritter has it knocked down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Robinson will score. Touchdown Atlanta. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you
on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Green Bay.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
At the Falcons, 32-yard line.
Play action this time with Love. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
To the air again, Love. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Ritter once again on the keeper. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Love. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On the counter, here's Jones. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing, Love. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. But Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ritter to throw it. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Off the play fake, Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Love now. Caught on the right side by Jones. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Play fake. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense. And
it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all game long. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Fights off the defender. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. 3rd and 5.
29-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Love, they go play action now. Completed out left to Downs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On now is the Packers punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. So now Ritter and the Falcons down by 4. 1:40 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Ritter's throwing to the hands of Pitts here. Here's Ritter. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Here's 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Now Ritter.
2nd and 3.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. This taken in right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's 1st down. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great. But they get a few more quality ones like that can finish things off.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post.
So in a teaching moment here, overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packers ready to take over offensively.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as a quarterback step,
accelerating, and off he goes. He may go. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.